Hello everyone and welcome to another Cobblemon video. And as you can see, I've gotten myself a little Noivern, and this guy is so much fun. Now this is the first proper bird or flying mount I guess I have, because the other ones I had were just I don't know, different than what little Noivern is capable of. But I want to fix that today and hopefully get a few more of these guys. That being said, there's actually some changes around here. But to get to those changes, we need to take a flight with our trusty Noivern, and hopefully you guys can see what I mean when we get there. Now the first thing I added is actually legendary monuments, and you can see one right in front of us, a little bit pixelated because of the distant horizons, but yeah, there you go. Now you can see it in all its glory. But well, what is this? Well, let's find out. Why don't we? Oh, it has a lot of rabbit coins, that's for sure, so I'm gonna take all of this so I can get myself a gold dango. But what we want is all the way here at the top, and this is a restaurant pedestal, and I'm guessing this one is Zekrom. Exactly, that one's Zekrom pedestal. Now we got a couple of books. Apparently to resurrect Zekrom you must place the dark stone on the pedestal closest to the bridge to the side of the dark pillars and place an electric gem on the pedestal. And to do the restroom, we need a light and a fire gem. Get the dark stone and the light stone. You need to at least 9 shards of the same type of the stone. Oh, okay. Killing wardens and withers. Oh boy. And apparently, after we get Zekrom and Reshiram, we then can get Kirim in Kirim's cave. So we got a lot to do. I'm gonna leave these here because I gotta find out how the hell do I even get a light stone. What's a light stone? Let's see, light stone. So a light stone is made out of light stone fragments, which can get from killing the warden and the wither. Okay, it's not horrible because the wither is easy. The warden is a pain. But I also found another thing all the way down into this cave. I found this, and I'm pretty sure if I jump into that, I'm gonna find Giratina. Now, I don't want to fight Giratina right now because I'm still leveling up a lot of people and stuff like that, but we have these rooms, and at first thought, I thought these would be trial chamber thingies, but they're a little bit different. So if I come close to this one, yeah, you can see these ones spawn Pokemon. Now, unfortunately, they cannot be caught. They have to be defeated. And after you defeated all of them, you get a reward, which is nice. Unfortunately, Rundigrigus here doesn't have a model, but we can still defeat him though. Oh, and by the way, we cannot catch any of the guys that spawn here. So yeah, you cannot capture these guys. Now, of course, some of these you can actually just fight on their own, because they hit you back, and you can also just hit them back as well. So you can just technically melee your way out of here, I guess. And this way you can actually farm them for their drops. For example, these guys just dropped an iron sword, and I don't think we can check loot tables for the Pokemon, but I kind of want to try and find that out. And if you're lucky enough while fighting one of these trial spawners, you get a Greasius key, which can open some of these vaults in the middle of some rooms. So hopefully we get something good here. Oh, there we go. We got some Sky Tumblestone, and I need to make a Tumblestone farm. Man, it's really a shame you cannot catch some of these guys. Look at that, Skeledirge. Crazy Pokemon we're finding here. And here's another thing I added. I added TMs, and well, look at that. We can just pick a facade here, and we'll get a TM for facade, which means just when you're out there in the world looting areas, you can now just find TMs in chests, and that is great. Well, I don't know what to really expect here. I got 7 Ultra Balls. Maybe we get lucky. My team is not really good for this. I'll try it anyway. Infinity Castle. Oh wait, I guess I'm meant to fall here. Do I take fall damage? No, I don't. Oh. Oh wait, now I still need to find Giratina in this world? Oh boy. Well, luckily I still have my Noivern, so... Oh boy, let's try and find a god. Hey, would you look at that? There's actually a Giratina Island. So now we just need to follow it. Well, I think that's it down there. So Noivern, let's see what we got. Ah, I needed to make this, and I didn't. Oh well, we'll come back here later. But now it's time to start messing with some other features. You see, we have our Noivern, and our Noivern is cool and all, but he can be better. Isn't that right, my boy Noivern? Because you see, if we go over here, we have his riding stats, and you can see all the Pokemon that are able to, well, be ridden. All the ones that are mounts, they have like a skill set. They're better on some spots, basically. For example, Noivern is really good in the air, but we can make him better. Man, I already did a little bit. As you can see, we can have like some extra numbers there. Like he has 3%, 40%, 2%, 14, and 60, all in these extra stats. But how do we make this go just higher? Well, that's where one of the new items comes into play, and that's this, the cooking pot. And I'm already like getting something really cool ready. Basically, we can make these aprijuices. So, aprijuice. You can make it in basically any way or shape you want, using a pepper flower, an energy root, and any type of apricorn. But then you need to give it any of the berries. And depending on the berries you give it, the different stats it will get. So for example, I'm using 3 lychee berries over here, and this aprijuice will give me 5 acceleration, 1 skill, and 5 speed. I don't know what the skill means, I don't, but I know that I want acceleration and speed, so I'm just gonna cook this one. And I really need to make a pretty good farm of lychee berries, because these are some really good berries to use. And now you just right click onto your Noivern, or well, any of your mount, to be honest, and it will just increase your stats overall. And luckily for me, on the village there's a lot of these like plants just hanging around, a lot of the berries, so you don't really need to like crossbreed them in order to get them. For example, this pitaya, which is a really good one, and you can see that it will give spicy, bitter, and sour. These are some nice stats. Now if you're looking just for speed, you want to find a berry that gives you the purple or the pink one. For example, you can see here that the lychee berry gives the spicy, dry, and sweet. So the pink one, sweet, is the one that gives speed, and spicy is the one that gives acceleration. But that's not it. I also added in something that gives me an access to what is kind of a gym. So we have this thing on, well, something that sort of looks like a gimme structure. It also has like the gravel, so you can brush it to find items and all those things. More importantly, this is a gym entrance. And so let's go into this gym, which we can adjust the level that we want it to be. It's set level 44 because it basically makes a medium of what your team is, so tries to make it balance. So let's go in here, and on here we'll find a junior gym trainer, a senior gym trainer, and a gym leader. Now from what I've seen in the past, the fights kind of scale. So this is a 1v1, that's a 2v2, and that guy is 3v3. So hopefully I can make this easily. Right, Gyarados? So that guy was easy. Let's see this guy. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a 2v2. Oh yeah, that's right. These guys often have a lot of legendaries. Well, that guy's down, so now it's time for the gym leader. And oh, it's just a random Zamazenta, you know? just a random one. Hey, there we go. So that was an easy fight. I mean, I was like 10 levels above the gym leader, and after you win, you get a reward bag. Oh, look at this. And then we like, oh, let's open everything up. And then we pick everything up. And we got a park ball, we got a friend ball, we got leftovers, we got Dragon's Fang, and we also got these uncommon cash shards, which we can turn into like one of these Pokemon caches, which basically gives us a Pokemon. So let's see what this cache gives us, and we got a Goomy. Look at that, it's so cute. Aww. Hey guys, look what I just found. A pretty massive house in a cute little village, but I know there's something up there. Ooh, and you know what? This is a very cool house, though it has no like NPCs, I guess, because there's no Nurse Joy here, and there's also an abandoned like Pokemart here. So maybe you can move in some villagers into here and live here, I guess. There's also a lot of stairs to go to some more rooms. But what I'm looking for is right up here. Yeah, hello, Professor Sachi. Hello, hello. What do you do? You would offer to heal my Pokemon, but my team are healthy. Oh, so you're a Nurse Joy. Oh, okay. I thought you would give me like a, I don't know, another starter choice. Oh. Oh, well. I guess I can still move into this house, though. And she'll just sit in here. There's also things to do, like fossils and stuff. So we might want to resurrect some fossils here. Oh, and there was also another thing I found all the way over there. And this is the farmer's market. And it's basically a full-on building that has a lot of sales guys. And as you can see, not only does he sell herbs from the Cobblemon stuff, we got the apricorns, but that we already had in the department store. And then we have these guys over here, and this one sells a lot of veggies. And this guy sells all the other fruits. But it doesn't stop there, because there's actually ways to go up. And up here, we have a guy that sells chicken and rabbit stuff. And over on this side, we have this chef guy that makes a lot of cooked meat. I think all of them. Well, all of the vanilla plus some of the Cobblemon ones, like this one. Look at this. This one's great. And this guy just sells beef because, you know, he just sells beef. And then there's the final guy. I think the final guy that sells raw pork chops and raw mutton. So basically, all the types of food we can get our hands here. Oh, this guy sells the fish. And this is now the last one, just tropical fish and puffer fish. But yes, any type of food you can find in this farmer's market. You know what, guys? I kind of changed my mind. I decided I'm actually gonna like live in this island instead, because as you can see, we have multiple different biomes here. We have a forest biome right in this corner, we have a taiga biome here, we have an old growth birch forest, we have dark forest, we have beach biome, we have river, a little bit of a river biome, we have a little bit of a ocean biome as well. I mean, we have cold ocean, we have regular ocean. So living here, it's gonna be like a Pokemon paradise. Well, if I just remove all of these trees, of course. So the first thing on the menu is chop down as many trees as I possibly can. And so this is my new starting house. Well, it's not really starting, it's more like endgame base, but yes, so this is the start of that house. Thank you, Noivern. Go back inside. And yes, this is my new house. We're also going to be making a second floor over here, so don't worry, this is still very much a work in progress, as you guys can see. But I do have a downstairs part already, where I have this little room where I have like this brewing stand that I can use to make some potions. And we also have this room over here with a bunch of Pokemon. We got a Sizzlepeed, we got a Vulpix, we got a Growlithe, and we got a Slugma, and they're all just making sure that my furnaces are lit and they're smelting stuff, which is kind of great. And of course, I only have pressure plates on this side because I don't want them to run away, because if they go too far away from the pressure block, they don't really come back. But as my base starts to expand, we also need to plan out placers to make and put some more Pokemon in pasture blocks doing some things, because you see I have a bunch of Pokeballs that I have collected and I have a Zigzag to get me a lot of these, but I'm starting to wanting to pick up some items over here. As you guys can see, we got some honey, golden apples. You guys might be wondering, what the hell am I gonna do with this? Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of a shiny hunt. Now, to do this, I do need to come back here into our old house, which still has everything I own, really. So I do need to move all of this. But I want to use this thing right here, our campfire pot. And I want to make 2 Poke Snacks. Now, the difference here is I want to try and get a bunch of cool Pokemon. And if we use golden apples over here, you can see that it's going to reduce bite time, increase rarity, and give us a shiny chance. You guys might be wondering, what the hell is all this about? Well, basically, this is going to put all of these stats into this Poke Snack. And this Poke Snack will attract Pokemon nearby with, well, trying to match the actual bait itself, and these actually do stack. So for example, you can see now it gives the exact same thing as a single golden apple, but if we give it a second golden apple, it's now is a 3 times shiny chance, and it's going to boost the rarity bucket to tiers. That's really good. Now we also have this. We got some berries over here. Now, for example, I do have this Starf berry, which just on its own gives 5% increased shiny chance. Pretty cool. So if we put this one in, you can see it does a 7 times shiny chance. That's great. But what if we want to use this one? This one has a 10% chance for dragon types. And I am looking for a specific dragon. So I'm gonna make this Poke Snack like this, and then we're gonna use this one. That will be just shiny chance overall. So I'm not gonna let that do that. We're gonna do this, put that there, and yes, and do this one. But now I do need to choose where do I want to use this, and to that we have the Pokenav. You see, the Pokenav tells you what Pokemon spawn nearby, and it also tells you the different types. So as you can see, there's 5 different types of Arbok, because that's depending on the design that they have, which is kind of nice. But more importantly, it will tell you all the ones that you didn't see and what's their chance, and if they're close by or they are not. So for example, if you see this little area over here, you can see it had a little bit of a footprint, so we can now actually track this guy down. Now you can see you just followed the Pokeball there, and we're just gonna run this way, gonna run this way, gonna run this way, gonna run this way, and boom, look at that, that's a Dodo right here. But more importantly than that, there's actually multiple tiers, and if you go to the last tier, you can even see that there's an Eevee nearby, and I do want this Eevee. Where is she? And also, the Pokemon also change in the nighttime, so if you're looking for different Pokemon, you can always wait for nighttime and you get some different spawns. For example, there's less spawns in the savannah at night in terms of the ultra rares, but there's a higher chance for Ralts, for example, at nighttime, which is kind of nice. And you can kind of go between biomes because we're in savannah, but for example, if we go over here to the ocean, then there's a different amount of Pokemon or different type of Pokemon that will be able to spawn, which is great. Because on our island over there, we have 6 or 7 different areas that we can use. So that's very, very good. So we're now in Lukewarm Ocean, and yeah, take a look at that. We can now get a Comfey? Yeah, we can also get Dragapults and Quaxleys. Now, I have a Quaxley, but I kind of want to see if I can get myself a Dragapult, because that's kind of nice. We also have a bunch of other ones that are just sitting here. Apparently, we can get an Arcanine in the water, because why not? But yeah, there's a whole plethora of new Pokemon that we can get. Now, that being said, in this current biome that we're in, we can actually get a very cool Pokemon. We can get a Gibble, and if we get lucky, it can also be a shiny Gibble. That would be crazy. But we can also get a Turtwig, we can get a Cyndaquil, we can get a Rowlet, we can get a Chespin, we can get Eevees, and we can get another Cyndaquil because there's regular Cyndaquil and there's also the Hisuian Cyndaquil. Oh, and I just realized something else. You see how we have a Gibble here? If I move just a little bit down, then the Gibble is gone. So in order for me to actually see a Gibble, I do need it to be at a certain height. So I'm guessing... Oh, would you look at that? Now there's no Gibble here. It's like, what, 85? Yes, it needs to be a minimum of Y 85 for a Gibble. Oh, look at that. Now there's only a Gibble here. Oh. In the taiga biome, there's only a Gibble. Oh, in Noibats. Oh, there's Noibats. Now you can see that Noibats only spawn in the skylight of 0 to 7. So we also need to pay attention. Yes, Gibble is the same. That means we're only really gonna have a Gibble in a cave. And same for a Mawile, same for Wobbuffet, apparently. Earthworm. So, yes. Oh, wait. No, I think it's recognizing that we don't have light level in here. Is that it? Could that be it? I don't know. It's gonna be tricky. It's really gonna be tricky because I'm just trying to find the best place to place down the cakes. And, well, it's most likely gonna be a cave. Yeah, if I want a Cyndaquil or a Rowlet or something like that, you need... Oh, Rowlet needs a specifically a Dark Oak Log. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, we're gonna go into a cave, make a little bit of an area, and try and get myself a little bit of a Gibble or another Noibat. You know what? I found this little corner. I'm gonna try and make it a little bit bigger. I don't think you guys can even see this. There you go. I'm gonna try and make this a little bit bigger, and then I'm gonna place down the cakes down here, and hopefully I can get my hands on a shiny dragon. So yeah, this area seems pretty dark. So now I'm gonna try this one that has a 10 times for a dragon chain. So I'm gonna place it right here. So I'm gonna confirm. Yes, we can see Gibble, Gabite, and Garchomp. We can also see Noibat. We can also see Sliggos. Ooh, okay. So there's a bunch of cool Pokemon here. Hopefully we get one. I actually don't know if I need to be like far away for them to spawn or anything like that. I have no clue of how that part works. So I'm gonna try and wander a little bit back to the side and then, I don't know, pay attention to the minimap, I guess. If I see anything cool pop up there. Well, this one wasn't from the cake, but there's a shiny fletching somewhere. I hear him. Where is it? Okay, this is... You're regular fletching. Yeah, you're the regular one. So the shiny one is in front of me? Oh, that's the shiny one. Look at that. It's so cute. Okay, swap to Pikachu and fight. Damn, this was just literally a full odds shiny right now. I was just building my house and, well, there we go. Shiny fletchling. So the housework continues, and I also moved our little farming area all the way over here, and I added one of every single berry I had. I put a slowpoke here because we can also just grab some shears and just yoink his tail, which is always good. And then I placed in all the mints, and then we have some vivid choke seeds, we got revival herbs, we got beetroots, we got carrots, we got potatoes, and in the middle here we also have some wheat. And we have sophisticated storage, but they don't recognize sophisticated storage. They only recognize vanilla chests, which is weird, but okay. Because I just place a hopper, so everything ends up in these chests, which, well, hold a lot more items. Oh, and of course, our little Zigzagoon would not stay there. He also needs to come in here, which is great because it gives us a lot of TMs, which are pretty cool. And a lot of evolution stones, XP candies, Pokeballs. So yeah, this guy is definitely a must. We can put more in there, but we kind of need to find a better solution for storage. So yeah, we need to gather a lot of resources and work a lot more. I'm also starting to put in the second floor here, but this also needs a bunch of like structure stuff and all those things. There's a lot of farms I need to do. It's gonna be a doozy. Now, that being said, there's one more thing I kind of want to do today. And you see, I went looking around and I found something interesting. I found this little area over here that had a little bit of a cave here with one spawner, like just literally just a single spawner. And after defeating some Zoroarks, I got a pretty interesting reward. And that is a proof of conquest. And it says right click to summon Uxie. So I don't know what level Uxie is gonna be. I'm probably gonna swap out some Pokemon because I want to try and catch an Uxie, you know? I really need to try and get like the highest level Pokemon I have. Like for example, I know the Aegislash is gonna do wonders, especially with leftovers. So let's hopefully summon him here. I don't know if he runs away. Oh, there it is. And let's see where we can. Oh, level 50. Okay, that's perfect. And let's try and catch ourselves an Uxie. I'm starting to regret not making a Master Ball, but a Master Ball is very expensive at the moment. I'm just, oh boy. Hey, I got it. I had to craft some timer balls because we are on turn 36, 40. I don't know. A lot of turns passed. Oh boy, I really need to make a lot more Pokeballs. And we also got this. We got an Uxie's Claw, which apparently when we get Azelf's and Mespirits one, we will have the access to the red chain, which we can use to summon Palkia and Dialga on the Spear Pillar, which we haven't found yet. And it also used to craft Ancient Origin Balls, whatever these are, with Origin Ingots from Raw Origin, which is found in the Distortion world. Oh, okay, so I went to the Distortion world. Okay, that's interesting. And as I will get some more work done here at the house, making it a lot more, well, livable, that's all the time we're gonna have for today. And as always, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and see ya in the next one. Bye. Oh yeah, I gotta go and kill the Ender Dragon.